All right. Some what? Oh, okay. Sorry. I got it's one of those fake text messages that you get from somebody that's basically like, "Oh, hey, thank you so much for being a loyal customer to a company or something that you're not a customer of." Because of course it's supposed to make you look. Made you look anyway. For the OGs out there. So, Scarborough. Oh, yeah, that's a good sound. The deli totally won tonight. The deli totally won. But it's also that we tried to hire a woman who lives in chaos. And of course, because she lives in chaos, her life is chaos, so she can never come into work. So, don't think she'll be showing back up. Couldn't come in. Oh God. And then it turns out we've been overproducing. Not good. That's labor and product. I just can't even explain to you the pile of food I saw. And it just had to go. It was totally unusable. It was no longer legally usable. Couldn't even give it away. It was just sad. I mean, it's just one of those things of when I finally like really start, now that I'm older and I see time differently, feel time differently, to know like, yeah, that was a lot of effort. One of those bunches of chicken was a whole bunch that I made one night. It was all supposed to get packed up, served cold, blast chilled. But anyway, Joe Scarborough said something that I know exactly what I was hearing. He apologized to the black dude on the panel and said, "I'm sorry, this might make you uncomfortable, but I want, when your son goes to law school, I want him to be safe in the streets." Okay, now who remembers this argument? Who remembers where this argument came from? Oh, New York circa 1990. Yeah, when we started just making sure we crushed people. We took the book and we would crush them with it. Serve up fucking years like hotcakes, stacking on the fucking years on people. And that was when they had to, they would you just get nicked right up off the street. You got a gun on you, blah 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 blah. Well, that's coming back. The fact that Joe Scarborough said that, and people who don't get this need to look up his wife. And now everybody on the right knows about the Brzezinskis, but people who are on the left of center don't understand who the Brzezinskis are. And so you need to look them up if you think what I'm saying sounds preposterous or sounds like bullshit. But basically, I know exactly what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the Democrats start to say, "I'm sorry, but we have to arrest criminals." This is the same thing that happened before. Same shit happened before. I was there in California when Kamala Harris was handed the power to throw people in jail forever for shoplifting. And the Democrats had no problem chucking motherfuckers in a box for like missing a fucking child support payment. And that's one of the 3 strikes. Motherfuckers could get a 3rd strike for missing a child support payment, for getting called on by the mama. "Oh, he's saying this, he's doing this, he scares me." And all of a sudden this motherfucker's in jail for fucking life. Democrats had no problem sending the people to jail for fucking life within my memory. When I was a teenager, I am not 50. So this is, to hear Scarborough say that, I know exactly what I'm hearing. I am hearing now the Democrats start to say to everybody, I'm sorry, we're going to start locking motherfuckers up again. And because they have nothing going for them. Now even they can't go out and eat in Washington, D.C., Berkeley, in Oakland. And one of the biggest groups, there's two big groups who are high achieving people who are really smart and make a lot of money. They're ethnic groups, and they are not happy getting beaten up all the time and getting robbed. And you all know exactly what I'm talking about. They do not like that they are the focus of all of the diverse hate crimes. And that they're consistently targeted. So, that's it. And now, the greatest comeuppance. Roe v. Wade. First one. This is the first time. It's going to keep happening. It's going to keep being lawsuits about Roe v. Wade and all the various iterations of abortion law. And that's that. That is that. It is, there's a whole lot of stuff that's not necessarily over, but there's a whole lot about the Democrats. It's, it's going to be fascinating to see them attempt to change directions, attempt to figure out how to finger in the air, seeing which way the wind blows. It won't matter. They've cultivated too many leftists. And that's it. Now they're fucked. Now people who are middle-class black people are going to have to sit there and say, yeah, I mean, I understand that, I'm not safe at all in my own neighborhood, which is middle class now. I'm totally unsafe. My children are totally unsafe. Almost every school district that's likely as a black American middle class person with children, almost every school district we could possibly be sending our kids to is very likely going out of their way not to educate them properly. So now it's going to end. And also, this is the other thing too that I think is probably hitting a lot of older Democrats is, why do the kids sound so fucking dumb? Why do college educated Americans sound so stupid? And you know when you've been around, like you've been around long enough that you're like, no, that's definitely a lack of fundamental ability to use the language well. I mean, it's almost laughable. And all you find are then these wordsmith journalists who think there's something real special about writing essays. That these are creative writing, dramatists and thespians and stuff like that. And so they think there's something real fucking special about the fact they could type well. And it's real. This is a real big deal among people like that. I've actually, been around long enough to know such artists and people who are artists take themselves too seriously. In this generation, artists take being an artist too seriously. They don't understand it's about, can you sell a product? They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with, oh no, you have no rapport with no audience. There's no audience anywhere that you can have a rapport with because you're super fucking weird and you're not that talented. And one of the things about artists is you have to have a rapport. That's the whole point. And if you can't, if you don't, then you don't. So it might even be that you have some skill, but you just simply cannot reach the audience. There is no audience that when they see your stuff, they're like, this speaks to me. So that's just where that's at right now. Whew. All right. Well, I've got some nice leftovers, some leftover sushi from the shop. I got a little curry chicken that I'd spiced up, so I'm gonna pop that in the toaster oven, have some sushi, and see what's going on with Salty Cracker, and see if anything odd happened in the news today. I don't know. Never know. Turn on YouTube and I'm like, well, that happened, huh? How about that? But that's it. And I got to hear this. I got to hear the debate way back with Owens and Ward on KGO 810 AM. I remember this three strikes law being passed, being debated by the lion of the left and a guy who is the ultimate Democrat, the Democrat. Maybe Saddam Hussein needs to have a dick shoved up his ass, he's a bad guy, that Saddam Hussein. He did all these gassings of the people. What are we too afraid to take on a guy like that who would gas his own people? I don't think so. This is America. We take on warlords who gas people. Yeah. So, I got to hear this guy, well, don't commit the crime then. Pay your child support and you won't go to jail. So, it's coming. It's coming. Finger in the air. You don't need the weatherman. Don't need the weatherman to tell you which way the wind blows. Was that how the song goes with Bob Dylan? Something like that. Suburban, what's it called, blues. That was gross. All right, later.